let's continue to study Khenpo Tsultrim Lodrö's Illusory World. Today we will discuss the essence of the world. The essence of the world. Next, we will discuss another topic. How does Buddhism view the world? Is the world material or perceptual? Many people categorize Buddhism as idealism because Buddhism believes that everything is a mind phenomenon. However, this is not true. While most Western religions are idealism, Buddhism is not. Moreover, Buddhism is not materialism either. Although Buddhism has elements in both materialism and idealism, overall it is neither idealism nor materialism. Idealism and materialism are just a categorization of Western philosophy, but cannot encompass all human knowledge. Buddhism believes that the world is neither material nor mind. It is an illusion created by the mind. From another perspective, the macroscopic world we see today actually doesn't exist. For example, from the perspective of a physicist, if an atom were the size of a building, then the atomic nucleus would be only as small as a grain of rice. Apart from the atomic nucleus, the rest of the atom is empty, with only some electrons orbiting the atomic nucleus. Because the speed of electrons is so fast, they appear as motionless solids to our eyes. In fact, it is an illusion of our vision. Apart from the atomic nucleus, there are only electrons in rotation. Is this illusion a material illusion or a mental illusion? Matter never has any illusions. The so-called illusion arises from our minds. In Buddhism, this is also called impermanence in the microscopic world. What is impermanence? Impermanence is synonymous with motion. Buddhism believes that all things are impermanent, constantly moving and changing. There is nothing that remains motionless. This is the Buddhist worldview. From the analysis of the above two aspects, we can see that whether from the perspective of time or from the perspective of the microscopic world, the world is not as we perceive it today. Instead, it is a realm that we have never experienced before. Form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. If we use an appropriate Buddhist term to describe the material objects we see today, it would be form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. Form refers to material objects. The existence of the material objects we can see can be described in two aspects: colour and shape. Apart from colour and shape, there are no material objects. This is the perspective of visual consciousness. People believe that colours like red, green, white, etc. exist. Hence, some people are very attached to colours. When buying clothes, they are very picky and want to choose their preferred colours. However, science tells us that colours don't exist. They are just visual illusions caused by wavelength of light. Well, accurately speaking, colours are a visual perception that arises from our karma. Therefore, colours don't actually exist in the world. we have learned that colours are only a visual perception. Why do colours appear? It is entirely determined by our karma. Moreover, we believe that shapes such as long, square, and round exist. Although shapes exist in the macroscopic world, they don't exist in the microscopic world. For example, at night in high plateau regions, we can often see the Milky Way as a band of light like an arm. To us humans on Earth, it appears as a white band of light with colour and shape. However, in fact, it doesn't have a shape. It is only composed of many stars and other celestial bodies. In other words, when countless stars gather together, the Milky Way appears as a band of light. Similarly, any substance that can be perceived by the naked eye has a shape and colour. However, in the microscopic world, they look different. They don't have any shape, but are merely composed of countless particles. Through the wave-particle duality, we can prove that particles can ultimately become waves. What are waves? They are things without any characteristics of matter. Today, it's not difficult for us to explain the Buddhist worldview to modern people because the atomic theory, relative theory, and quantum mechanics are gradually approaching the Buddhist worldview. We can use these scientific arguments to prove the illusory nature of the world. This is really encouraging. Indeed, modern science allows us to recognize the scientific nature of Buddhism. At least, science has made us realize that colors don't exist objectively. They are just our visual perception. Colors are just a visual perception and don't actually exist. This is totally acknowledged by science. The other five senses, sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch, are all feelings of the mind instead of objective existence. It is neither idealism nor materialism. These are just preliminary explanations to stimulate further discussion, not the real Buddhist worldview. Casting a brick to attract jade is an appropriate term to use here. What we have explained above is the brick, not the jade. Through this, we can see that as ordinary beings, we have many illusions and misconceptions. At least we have realized that we were wrong. What we previously believed to be completely correct have collapsed. In this way, we can realize that human knowledge is very limited.